Hello. I am back with a bit of a mystery card because this card got wet. I'm just going to recreate it. I was going to recreate it before coming on here, but this is all the flowering zinnias paper I have left. So let's recreate it together and just try to come up with something cute. There was a little jellyfish in there, and we're going to, stamp around the edges. I think I remember my colors. All right. Who else is watching the Olympics? That's what I was just doing. And I decided that instead of watching it with all the commercials, I would stop, craft before it's too late because I lost track of time. And then I'm going to go back and watch it. That's what I'm doing tonight. Late night. All right. So if you don't already know me, Kimberly Smith. My name is Kimberly Smith. I'm the paper chef. And I'm always up to different shenanigans. You never know what's going to happen on my channel. Right now, we are going to create this card. And I have a card club if you want to join it. It's pretty fun. You get a really cool kit. This next month's kit's going to have this beautiful paper in it. The season of green and gold. I'm designing 2 Christmassy type holiday cards and then 2 fun summer type cards with the trucking along. Okay, so that's something you could check out at the link in the description. Second link. First one's my Stampin' Up store. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. The second link has the list of my offerings. I'm having an upcoming scan and cut retreat. I have on my website here, bonus days are going on in July. And I have a card club. So this month, we've already done 3 cards with Submarine Life. And now I'm going to do the 4th card. All right, so the only thing I have to get during this video is this ribbon to go find some of that. But other than that, I have everything here ready to go. So we are going to use a piece of lemon lime twist. And it's already cut for you. I'll write the measurements down in a little bit. We're going to go ahead and cut these pieces. We're going to use a tone on tone. So we're going to use this piece of lemon lime twist on top of the card base. So you might be wondering, what is this paper? I'm not used to seeing it. Well, you've probably seen it. It's one of our online exclusive papers. On one side, there's these beautiful flowers. And on the other side is a plain side. So I always like to change up the designer series paper for my card club. Never having the same 2 papers in a row. So I always try to change it up. We're going to cut this piece 4 by 5 1/4. So we're using flower paper on Submarine cards. And we're going to do that for 2 of the cards. And then the other 2 cards are going to have, what did I use? It's already been so long. Thoughtful Journey, possibly? Yes, Thoughtful Journey. I did the other ones early. And when I say early, I'm talking about, I'm just going to go ahead and use tear and tape. I did them I usually do these card tutorials in the 3rd or 4th week, but my sister got married. It was so much fun. I ran out of the party favors, not at the wedding, but just afterwards. So I'm going to try to make I'm going to make party favors for my neighbors, and then I'll try to show you one on this channel. But I did use, for the party favors, these scalloped gift card boxes. Scalloped gift card. You know what I mean. These boxes. Now, these were not the favors. These are the season of green and gold on my channel. Lots of stuff on my channel. But I did use these, and then we used some stickers. She was originally going to have the stickers printed from Vistaprint. They canceled her order. So we ended up, I printed 10 labels per page. My mom, my sister, my cousin, and we made 100 party favors. And we put the stickers on top of the box. And then I used the pretzel paper because it was a German theme. I used the pretzels from, let me move this over here, Delightfully Eclectic Designer Series paper. So if any of my friends that usually mail me stuff, I have any more of that paper, just the pretzel pieces, I'd love to have some because she's having 4 receptions. Now, she had 1 wedding and 1 reception already. And we are originally from Philadelphia. So we had the reception at my brother's, or near my brother's in New Jersey. And now she's going to do a reception in Germany, a reception in, 1 in Georgia, 1 in Minnesota. She's going to have 4 receptions. So I'm going to make her some more party favors. And I'd love to have more of that pretzel paper. All right, so that was layer 1. And this is, let's see, layer 2 is going to be this piece of melon mambo. So before we get too far into it, let me look at the wet card. This is the wet card. All right. And then we're going to need this piece. Okay, so it's going to be like that. Like I said, I don't have enough. I didn't have enough to make one sample before this video. I did make a sample, but then my air conditioning leaked. So let me grab a pen and this measurements here, paper. So I appreciate you all coming back and watching me live. All right, so this is, here's the pen, Cardon Blue. That's the name of my card club because I'm the paper chef. My card club's called Cardon Blue, and we are doing July 2024. And this month we featured Submarine Life. I see a lot of you coming on right now, so that's awesome. And next month we're featuring Trucking Along. I do realize that this just went out of stock temporarily, though. I believe it's coming back because Stampin' Up! Does make stamps inside the USA because I was at their factory. So I'm pretty sure it's coming back. But thank you for all of you that already ordered that stamp set from me during these bonus days. So that will be August. Hopefully you have plenty of time to get it. You have until August 10th to sign up for this kit. You could sign up for one kit, or you could sign up for a subscription through PayPal. All right, so lemon, lime, twist. So the first thing to note is the card base. Right? And it's a horizontal card. So, horizontal, I always call horizontal. It opens because it stands up. It's, fun to stand up cards like that. So we have 8.5 by 5.5. Because you get 2 out of 1 sheet of paper. Because our paper is 8.5 by 11. And this is going to be score. I was going to try to squeeze that in there. Score at 4 1/4. All right, so then, okay, let's see. Oh, thank you, Yvette. So if you could send the pretzel papers, that's awesome. Or if you want to trade you some other papers, like I can trade you that. You get, like, if you want to send a pack and I trade you another bulk pack. I have that wooden one. Look at us doing a trade right here on YouTube. I have a wooden one that's a bulk pack, but it's only like half a bulk pack. Yeah, so best to just send the pretzels. And they need to be 12 by 12. Not to digress, because I have to wrap them. I wrapped them around the box. And then I tied it with linen thread. So that's what I did, and we put German candies inside. You will get what will you get? You will get party favors if you send me that. So I'm going to probably make the rest of the party favors and store them flat because she's the one that's able to get the candy. All right, so anyway, lemon lime twist. Let's get back into this. Now we have layer. There's going to be 4 layers. Layer 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so the first layer's 1. And then, okay, 2. And then 4. Let's make sure. Let me look at this card again. 1, 2, and 4. Okay, this is all going to be the flowering zinnias. And this is an online exclusive item. I think they might have also sold out of that the other day. Did you guys take advantage of free shipping day or what? They extended it for one more day, and I ordered again. I ordered twice because it helps offset the cost of my business. I already know things I'm always going to need, like envelopes and, basic white cardstock and things like that. So I went and ordered some more stuff. It helps me keep all my kit prices down to reasonable prices. Like my workshop kits are only $49. My card club, this kit's only $39. I have a scan and cut retreat kit that's only $99. I'll show you the bag for that later, maybe, if I remember. All right, so that was layer 1. All right, I did scribble this onto my pad earlier, so I actually do have it written somewhere else, but I like to always put it on a big sheet where you could take a screenshot. So I'm going to go ahead and write all 4 layers so I can go back to cutting. So layer 2, 4 3/4. Layer 2 meaning this little melon mambo piece. Melon mambo. 4 3/4 times 3.5. Okay, the next key piece. This one is going to be balmy blue cardstock. So this is not. I wanted to use some blue because it's, after all, it's like a nautical kind of card. So I'm using balmy blue cardstock, and that was given to you in your kit. So your kits are a good value because they actually have extra things for you to make all your cards without you having to buy a lot of supplies. So layer 2, and then layer 3. All right. And then layer 4 is going to be 4 1/4. So you see I'm just going down 1/4 inch each time. Well, this goes down 1/2 inch, and then it goes 1/4 inch smaller, 1/4 inch smaller, times 3. So my sister is actually, I think the melon mambo could be 3 1/4. The melon mambo could be 3 1/4. Okay, well let's look. I don't know what you're talking about, but let me see. Let me see. This is 3 1/4 times 4 1/2. The balmy blue. 3 1/4 times 4 1/2. 4 3/4. Well, let's just try it. I don't know what you're saying. Maybe you're saying you're trying it. It's not working. So let's try it. Let's try 4 3/4. Hey, I could make a mistake. Oh, you were looking at my other list. Oh no, this other list. No. The other list, I did them in the wrong order. This list, on my pad, I went like layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, and layer 4. That might be what you were looking at, but see, don't look at that. Look at this list, because this is where I fixed it. Yeah, this is what goes on in my craft room. All kinds of chaos. So, my sister's like watching the Olympics there in Paris, which is awesome. And so are my friends Andy and Mary sitting at the bank there. They showed a picture. And I really like how they made it so accessible, like having the Parade of Nations, 4 3/4, going along the Seine, and just everybody can see it from the side, from the river. I just think that's brilliant. And you can see it better if you're right up on the stands, but if you could see it really well, even if you're just like up on the streets, I think that's just amazing. By 3 1/2. So I'm just going to go ahead and attach these 2 layers because they're not going to be stamped, and I can just do that while I'm talking. See? So that's right. So this, just to kind of tell you, this is going to be the melon mambo. But, you know, there was a lot of like extra stuff going on, and I said, let me watch this later where the parts, I can fast forward through some parts of it. Came in back out to my craft room. So I will say hello. I see Nola is here. Hello, Nola. Hello, Lisa from Critters Ink and Designs. Such a cute name. I'm using tear and tape because my other stuff, who knows where my other stuff is? I usually use Seal Plus, and that disappeared. I think I probably took it with me. I had to bring a lot of crafts with me on the trip I was on because, I had to finish my card swaps for my team on the road. I actually, my cousin and my mom helped me finish my card swaps as well. I had to finish 19 cards, and I put those together and mailed them from New Jersey. And then I also had to make like the 100 party favors. So I brought a lot of craft stuff with me. So that's probably why I'm using the tear and tape, because my Seal Plus is like in my travel stuff, although I have several of them. All right, so that's that. And now I'm going to attach this to this. All right, so far these are our 3 layers. The next part involves stamping. Hello, Rosemary, joining from Illinois. Hello. Rosemary Soper. Not sure how to say that. All right. And hello, Yvette. Thank you for being a channel supporter. Hello, Crystal Niebaum. Hello, Phil Ham. Hello, Margaret from Australia. It's like, look how small I'm totally ripping these the wrong size. I should just go like this. This is how you should use the tear and tape, which is really the one I should have taken with me traveling instead of the Seal Plus, because when I handed the Seal Plus to my cousin, she totally unraveled the whole thing. And then I gave her another one. She unraveled the whole thing. So like sometimes people aren't used to using them, and she's a big time scrapbooker, but she's just not used to using them. Whereas I love it. So I had to, bring them back. I can fix them usually. I didn't have time for that. All right, let's do this. Oops. I was supposed to put the ribbon on. So put the ribbon on before the next stage. Actually, I should have put the ribbon on right after the blue, but it doesn't matter. As long as I put the ribbon on, I want to put the ribbon on now where I can tuck it in the back. It's okay that it'll go over the melon mambo. So let's grab that ribbon. Okay, so each month in the card club, you're given 2 kinds of ribbon. And this is really fun ribbon. It's called Night of Navy and Gold Glittered Organdy Ribbon. Absolutely love this ribbon. And next month, I have some other glittered organdy ribbon that's fantastic that I put in there. It's the white glittered organdy ribbon because I wanted to use it on the Christmassy type cards. So anywho, you're going to do this. So what you're going to do, now let's use the silicone mat because we have to be able to lift this up. And now you're just getting to see live when you make a mistake, like what you do. Like you don't panic, you just fix it as much as you can. So it's always good to use, like if you're going to do this, use a silicone mat. Darn mosquitoes biting me. Yes, I have mosquitoes in my she shed. This one just bit me. It's probably going to be drawing. Sorry, it just went into my mouth. It's going to be drawing blood soon. It's like buzzing around my neck. This is why I don't usually stay out here very late, especially after rain. But so anyway, put a little piece of adhesive there. And now you're going to put this ribbon here. Oops, make sure that's flat. I kind of put it in the middle where I'm going to be putting the embellishment anyhow. All right. So now I can lift this up because it's on the silicone. So now it's going to go like that, and it's going to stay behind there. See? So you're hiding the ribbon. So it really doesn't matter if you put it behind, layers 2 and 3 or 2 or 3 because you're basically just hiding the ribbon. If you try to cut the ribbon to the size of your card, I'm still fighting with this mosquito. He's not died yet. This little mosquito. All right. Anywho. I know he's one of God's creatures, but you know what? He's biting me. All right, let's see. Let's get this off there. So anyway, I put the ribbon in there. If you put it like out to the edges, it frays. I know. Use the take your pick tool. Yada, yada, yada. Someone's going to say it. All right, there is a take your pick tool that helps you get that off. All right, so good. We are now at the point where we can do some stamping. You're like, isn't this a stamping tutorial? I know I should use a diffuser with citronella. Yvette, I have these electronic ones. I need to use the electronic ones outside my office. I don't use any candles in here, whatsoever, in my craft room because it's such a fire hazard with all the loose papers, and there's wind blowing all over from the aircon. But I like this citronella idea outside my door of my she shed, and I have all these electronic things that like send the bugs away. So I don't know why I'm not using them. All right, so this is one we're stamping straight onto with the Night of Navy. I just thought it'd be fun to stamp onto that in the corner. So, this is what I did before. It's a couple sea stars, a fish, and a crab. And we're going to stamp out to the edges. So that one, I have to look at my own measurements here. Old olive. The old olive piece. And remember, it's still DSP, but it's just the old olive piece. 4 1/4 by 3. Now, we're going to see if we can get another one of those. Oh, let's go ahead and do it. By 3. 4 1/4 by 3. Three by 4 1/4. Okay. Let's double check. Wait, that doesn't seem right. I think this needs to go. All right. It says, I think this has to go under there, right? That doesn't seem right. Maybe like that's going to go under there. I should have put this on first and then put that little ribbon. So let's stick something under there. you guys must be laughing at me today. All right, this is cool. You can laugh with me, not at me. All right. So we're going to stick we'll stick that under there after we put this on. We're going to put the little crabby down there and the little fishy and the sea star. So I put the fishy up in the left corner because the fishy is like facing this way. And when I'm doing my little designs, I like everything to look like it's swimming into the scene. All right, so let's get a sticky note. It's not a candle, it's oil and water. Okay, a diffuser. Okay, you're talking about those little steamy things. Okay, I could do that. I could do a citronella diffuser, but I don't want all my... I mean, I'm still going to put it outside my she shed. Honestly, I don't want my she shed smelling like citronella. I work with a lot of kits in here and send things to people. So, like, you know, my cat's not allowed in my she shed. I'm just looking for a piece of scrap paper. Or my cat's not allowed anywhere where we do any crafts. Okay, so we're going to put this here to make sure that it doesn't get stamped on, right? So we're putting this here like so. You want to make sure that this little fish is far enough away from your sentiment. So I was just double checking, you know? So I'm using Night of Navy so that it really stands out on the paper. Oh, so cute. All right, happy with that. And then we're going to do the sea star. Starfish, sea star. I always say sea star because it's not really a fish. It's a echinoderm, meaning a little invertebrate. No bones, no bones. Okay, and just double check that, you know, this fits on there and everything like that. So good. And so we'll do 2 of them, only because they're the perfect size for this project. So we'll put 1 in each corner. I'm just going to go ahead and do 2 cards. I like to do 2 cards, but I'm going to end up making the second card with a different piece of flowering zinnias because I don't have any more of the same pieces. All right, so that's good. And now we have the little crabby baby. That's going to be tight fit, but we can get it in there. And I always stamp onto something first. Okay, so you use it when your family plays spades in your garage. That's nice. That's awesome. Hello, Deborah. She's talking about the citronella diffuser. Hello, Hilda. And Deborah, nice to see you. Christina, thanks for being a channel supporter. Oh, it's okay to be late. We haven't accomplished a whole lot anyway. I'm getting there, though. We're going to get this. We're getting it done. You didn't really miss much. You could probably catch up. Now, even though I stamped that on my... I'm going to show you how to fix that. Even though I stamped it on my sticky note, the little bit of the crab didn't get stamped. So all you do is get a little marker. Oh, that one came out perfect. Okay. So you get a marker or a blend and you just fix it. See? So I'm just filling in the dots. Now there's a thick side of the markers and there's a thin side. I mean, who knows if there was something on the stamp or if something just was underneath there or whatever. All right, so now we can stamp this part. These are the little pieces that are going to go on here. And we're going to stamp well, let's get rid of this one. Oh, we need to stamp. We need to keep that open for the sentiment. So let's get rid of Mr. Fishy. Fishy. And we're going to do this part first. See? It used to say floating by to say hi. Before it got wet. So we're going to use that. We're going to do floating by to say hi. Or, yeah. Okay. Okay, putting that on the bottom. You don't have any Stampin' Rate markers? Well, you can buy, the only one you can buy separately without buying in a group of 10 is the black one. So if you have a black one, it'll help you fix a lot of things. Just having that really, small edge will help you fix a lot of things. But if you have the blends, you can also fix this with the blends. Okay, so that's good. We got floating by to say hi. And before I do the other part, let me see if I ink the edges. That actually looks kind of cool with the watercoloring, but I didn't think I inked any edges here. I just did this little guy. Probably because there wasn't like a need to, because there's already some contrast. Okay, so he's going to go there. Happy little jellyfish. Another thing that's not a fish. All right, but it's another invertebrate. And these guys can sting. They're related more closely to corals. Okay, we need to make sure we get a good stamped image before. I mean, originally I thought it was an octopus, and then someone was like, isn't that a jellyfish? And I'm like, the whole thing's whimsical. Like, does it really matter? But it is definitely a jellyfish, not an octopus. Just because of the way its little tentacles are hanging down. I mean, not that any of them would be wearing a snorkel either, right? But that's what's funny about it. That's what makes this set so cute. All right, so that's Melon Mambo. And then the top of that, see how the top of that didn't really, stamp all the way? So let me just see what I have here. I'm just looking for my little bowl. Okay, since I have more of these, I think sometimes it's easier for me to like get rid of that glare up there, to just fix it by getting a new piece. And it's always good to have a bunch of die cut shapes, because I stamp onto, like I die cut and then I stamp onto them. See, instead of fixing that, of course it just got wet. It just also got something on it. See what I'm saying? Instead of fixing this one with the marker, where there's all these little dots, I don't know if you can see them. It was easier just to stamp it again. Maybe if I zoom in, you could see it. All right, well, let me get what do I need? A baby wipe. Because I'm already getting stuff all over the place. Okay, so I'm just trying to show you. Instead of fixing those little dots with the marker, like I did with the other one, it was easier to stamp it again. And this stamp, because it already has ink on it, I can just do that. Okay, so perfect. What do I do with this? I get rid of it, because otherwise it'll end up back in my pile. All right, now we're going to get that. We just got to close all these inks, because I'm going to be showing you all the other cards. And I want to make sure that I don't get ink all over the other cards when I open those up. All right, let's see if I finish saying hi to everybody. Lynn McFarden, nice to see you. I sent your retreat kit, so it's on its merry way to you. Hello, Margaret from Australia. We said hi to you already. And Rose. All right, cool. I think we got everybody. Let's see. Just trying to put that somewhere where it doesn't get things wet. So now we got to slip this little guy under here. I'm going to go ahead and put some tear and tape. Maybe I'll put tear and tape on this part, is what I'll do. Okay? Because I got to get this little guy under there. I'll put some glue on the corners, but I just want to get it at the right spot, because it's supposed to be under there. All right, cool. So once I get it, I'll put glue on the corners, because we need to make it, not flap up on the corners. But we just need the middle part to keep it steady. Steady as she goes. And then that one will just be held down by this guy being on top of it. All right, so we're doing good. Making progress. Making cards. Let me get some glue. Yeah, I like this piece, but I'm getting rid of this one for a second because that one needs to be fixed. I'm gonna put the glue on first. Okay. This is probably a bad idea. So you guys are like, it's a bad idea. But we're gonna try it. I'm gonna try to get this on there without getting glue all over the place. It's the new glue review. Oh, I did it. So it wasn't a bad idea. If it works, it wasn't a bad idea. If it doesn't work, then you go, oh, that was a bad idea. The reason I'm doing it this way and shoving it under there is because I didn't want to, if I lifted all the edges, they would have got all curled. Right? Curled up the edges. All right, good. Now we need this little guy. They're both adorable. Let's see which one looks better. This one looks better. Right? And we're going to put that guy on with some dimensionals. So we're going to put the dimensionals on the top and bottom because they don't really stick to ribbon. And then I need to get that ribbon stuck down a little bit. So let's see. You can't really, glue doesn't stick to ribbon, but I do want the ribbon to stick down a little bit. So I'm going to just take a little bit like I did before I was telling you about, right? Take a little bit of tear and tape, and this time I will use the Take Your Pick tool to get that off. You should see what a disaster my whole table is after everything was clean a minute ago. Having fun, though. Late night crafting, then going to watch the Olympics while I finish off just cutting some papers for my kits. I've been mailing a lot. I mailed scan and cut retreat kits for the, because I just got back. And then the day after I got back, I guess Wednesday it was. And then Thursday I mailed, I think it was like 9 kits. 6 more today. And now I'm waiting on some adhesives. So if you bought my unique adhesive kit with the cute pouch, I'm just waiting on some actual adhesives. But I did get the 3D printer. Oh my goodness, he's too cute. So that is it. Now let me go back to what we need here. I'm going to write the colors of ink. And then you could take your screenshot. Just move all this up. See, if you keep seeing me put stuff on the corner, it's because, here, we'll just put this guy on the corner. It's because there's like a glare from my ring light. I'm going to put that over the flowering Zinnias paper in case you want to take a screenshot. All righty, here we go. We have ink. I like to add the ink. I'm just going to write, we'll just write DSP here so you can see that in your screenshot. So the ink colors are Night of Navy, so if you got your flower paper and you're thinking, I don't know what to do with it, maybe after you make all these cute things, well, I was actually able to cut these out brilliantly with the scan and cut. So really easy. So on the other side of the paper, or the other pieces of paper, of which, I don't have a whole lot. I don't have pieces big enough for the cards, but look how great these pieces come out. So don't think of the paper just as a flower paper. Think of how you can use paper for any kind of card, and then also use your flower paper, with your scissors or your scan and cut. So that's how to make this card. Now let's show you the rest of these. And I did, and Lynn, I'm going to show you what the bag looks like in a minute. Okay, first of all, we are done now. Thank you for all watching this Card on Blue. We're not done this video. I'm saying we're done the July Card on Blue Club tutorials. So each month we make 4 separate cards. So let's show you the 2 that are made with flowering zinnias first. And there were some embellishments that you have too, but I didn't want to use up my embellishments. So on these cards, because I wanted to make sure I had enough for all my members. Oh, thank you. Thank you for sending. If you want to cut it in half, as long as you don't cut it along the pretzel line, As long as you don't cut into the pretzels. If you want to cut it in half, it's easy to ship. That's great. Thank you. But as long as it's still 12 inches with the pretzels. Like pretzels in a row. And sorry, I'm having a side conversation. Anyway, back to this. Hello, Caroline. Nice to see you. But sometimes it's easier than writing all the emails back and forth. So in this card, we used the Flowering Zinnias Designer Series paper. Actually, this was my card that we made. This one got wet, as you can see, a little bit, but it didn't get ruined. And it had a little wispy on there. So if you ever want to do that effect on your submarine, you can actually just spritz things with water and it kind of looks cool. Little watercolor look. So this one didn't get ruined, but it got wet. But this is the Blackberry Bliss card. And like all this really cool, like balmy blue cardstock with all the scene over it. And this was, again, the Flowering Zinnias paper. So just think of your flower paper as a wealth of opportunity of creativity, as long as you turn it over and use the other side. Here's what you could do with the petal pink, right? Petal pink piece and little dots on it. Okay, so we made, these are all the same card, the same design. Okay, so you are sublime, and that's the rectangular postage stamp punch. Now moving on to the other two kinds of paper. Hello, Bonnie Blake, nice to see you. Hello. Let's see, from Janesville, Wisconsin. All right. So these ones, I used the Thoughtful Journey Designer Series paper. And you can see how we like stamped along the edges. And the Thoughtful Journey was just for this piece. And the little piece behind this, again, rectangular or whatever they're called. I think they're called perennial postage dies, not rectangular postage. That's the punch, different from this. These are dies, perennial postage dies or something like that. Anyway, we stamped right onto the Designer Series paper of the Thoughtful Journey and made the scene, and this is a piece of Lost Lagoon. And then we have a horizontal card, and this one we stamped all over the place. Had so much fun making this. And we used the new In Color Glimmer paper, and that's when you were able to use the other ribbon that my mom helps me wrap all these ribbons that we sent you on these cards. So you got to use both your ribbons, and now take your embellishments. Some of them look like bubbles, and just go to town and stick your, yeah, I made a 3D card with the sub. Like, I don't have that, but it's on a wobble spring. And I have other submarine cards, and I just don't have them anywhere where I can find them right now. But I did make a couple other submarine type cards. Like I made a yellow submarine on a wobble spring and stuff like that. All right, so those are those cards. And I told you I'd show you the retreat box, or the retreat bag. So let me grab that. And then I'll show you what we're making in another workshop I'm having. So this is the bag that my mom made. And sometimes the handles are a little bit different, but this is for the retreat kit, the Brother Scan and Cut retreat kit. And then these are just some little wood things. We're going to be doing something with those ornaments with our Scan and Cut. And you're also going to get, let's see, this is your adhesive kit. Looks like this. Your adhesive kit says make it stick. But you're also getting a different bag like this, but without the black on the bottom, to do your own iron-on adhesive with that comes in the kit. All right, so other things going on my channel are we are working on Seaside Wishes for the months of July and August. We're going to be heavily doing it in August. I've only done a couple tutorials of the Seaside Wishes in July. No more workshops available for that. No more workshop kits for that. I'm just working on Scan and Cut kits right now and Card Club kits. We made these little boxes. You could do something like this with your submarine, because there is a submarine punch. Oh, that's my truck punch. Here's my submarine punch. You can make a little box out of the submarine. You can just, cut that out, make tiny boxes and little. I put a sand dollar in this box, but you can also put candy in the box. Okay, so that's what we made so far, and I'm going to continue this. I'll probably do another tutorial with this one tomorrow night. Also on my channel, I taught you how to make these bags. So if you're into Christmas bags, I know, Lynn, you like 3D items. Go ahead and check out the tutorial on how to make a 3D bag. I plan on doing another tutorial with my other design, my other size bag. Okay? So I'll show you that other size bag. Like see how I have a couple different size bags with that. And soon I'll be showing you my swaps, because I did participate in a swap and I made cards with this. I don't have any of those left, my swaps, because I sent them all out, all 19 of them. I didn't have any extras. But I'll try to get some more to show you. So anyway, those are just some things going on my channel that you can, check out. That's all for now. Thanks for watching, and enjoy the Olympics this weekend. Please watch it to support the, the sponsors and everything. The sport, like I do watch some commercials because Some of them are pretty awesome. But just to support the channel that's hosting it so like it can keep being aired to us. I love watching the Olympics. It's like such a great show of international peace and unity. All right, have a great weekend, everybody. And thanks for watching. Bye for now. This is the Papered Chef.